Splitgate is the latest free-to-play multiplayer shooter that has somewhat exploded onto Twitch and Twitter and just all over the space. It's all over gaming right now. Everyone is talking about Splitgate. The Halo kind of Portal crossover seems to have found a small little niche in the FPS side of things, and it's just kind of running with it. It's been out for a couple of years, and it hasn't necessarily done fantastic up until recently. Which, I mean, honestly, for me, I'm not really even quite sure why. It's just all of a sudden blown up. I played it a couple of years ago. I actually was double checking, going back through my tweets, because I was like, I've played Splitgate before, but was it like last year? It was over 2 years ago. I think it was June 2019. It was coming up on Steam and my Twitter when I last played on Splitgate. I enjoyed the game then. I thought the concept was good, but it wasn't as polished as it is now. It didn't seem to be really of the caliber of game. UI, etc. was a little bit janky, but it was an alpha at the end of the day, so I don't think we ever expected much. It was fun, but there wasn't much of a player base, and I kind of just forgot about it. It was easy to forget about, essentially. But now it is just a little bit more polished. The UI is brilliant. It has everything you could possibly want in it. It's very, very easy to navigate through. We've got a free battle pass right now when it does come down to the beta. You have challenges that you can go through all the time. Plenty of customization for each and every weapon, which, by the way, on a small side note, you can change the reticle on every single weapon and specifically cater to whatever weapon you are using at that time. On top of that, of course, you've got the training side of things where you can go through, you can have a look at your previous games, which you can save super easily. You can have a look at your stats, whether it be ranked or normal. There are all basic things, like the item shops in there as well. Yes, okay, that's nothing different, but there's different things coming out already. Quite often when you would see them COD, it used to be a little bit boring when it was coming to skins, but these are like full reskins of the weapons that are coming out. We've got things like the sniper, which I just recently bought. The frostbite stuff is crazy. You can change your portals, you can change your armor. I mean, there was one armor in particular that just looked absolutely sick that's in the shop right now that I was really keen on buying. And look, I've been playing the game again for 2 weeks, and who knows how long I'm going to be playing it. But I think for me, the one thing that really stands out for Splitgate is the ease of its ranked modes. You've got your casual, etc., which you obviously have to go through, but then once you get to that level 15, you start to unlock a few more things. You get a hold of ranked, then takedown ranked, of course, as well. And it just seems to be easily read. It's one of these things where it is just about elo. It's just about going up that rank. You get points for going up, you lose points for going down. It's simple. There's nothing stupid about gems and divisions. Like, I think, you know, from a Call of Duty standpoint, it annoys me because I see how simple it is, and I would love it to just be that simple for Call of Duty, for a game that I love and have been entrenched in for over 10 years. Now, you see a game coming out that has about 3 people working on it, and they're bringing out like very, very simple stuff like this, and it's just simplicity with a lot of the UI that I think really does help things out. But let's move on to the gameplay. We're going through a bit of my gameplay right here and right now, and well, whether or not you're that keen on it, I managed to get myself into Diamond, as I'm sure you've seen on some of the previous slides and whatnot, and it's just fun. The game has its basic concepts, of course, the shooting, etc. The mechanics around shooting are really, really good. It's obviously very Halo-like, maybe obviously a lot faster than Halo because of the portals in general, to be fair. But when it comes down to the portals, that obviously is something that mixes things up, and it means the outplay potential for this game is massive. The skill ceiling seems really high, and honestly, I feel like even in like Diamond, like we don't see nearly as much as what we possibly could with this game. When obviously I move myself up, I'm really quite scared to get to, if I got anywhere in and around the top, like sort of 4,000, 5,000 elo, I'm worried about what kind of players are going to come up with what strategies, which just gives me hope for this game as an esports title. They seem keen on it. It does seem to be a direction that the developers want to go down with esports. We're already seeing some big tournaments coming out. I think there's a 10,000 one next week. Dr. Disrespect involved, and I think, you know, the streamers participating, and if they enjoy it and do well, will help this game as well. I feel as if it's just growing, and I just don't want it to be one of those Call of Duty off-season games that goes on and people play for a few weeks, and then when the other games come out, they drop it down. I feel like it has the potential to go further and be more than that. The real test is going to come around, obviously, September, October time, while more games are starting to get released, so it's got about 2 months to have a real run at it and see if we can develop a proper competitive community. Myself, I would love to cast over it. The game is so much fun, and it'd be nice to get my hands on something different. But speaking of tournaments and speaking of the esports side of things, we have tournaments running at ejl.tv. You can hit the link in the description to get yourself involved. I think Splitgate has the tools to succeed. It has that fun, unique element, but it also has core good gameplay and mechanics. And it's just interesting, isn't it? It's something different for everybody to play. It's not something that we've seen before. Portal's a fantastic game, Halo's a fantastic game. Amalgamate them together and you have something that potentially could be very, very successful. So we're going to keep a close eye on Splitgate on this channel and we're going to see how it goes. But yeah, we're really excited to see how the game goes. I'm super excited to play more of it, and let me know what you guys think of Splitgate. And yeah, we'll see you on the servers. Catch you then.